Yes people, welcome back to the channel. I am in Carey Park, Northwich, and I'm about to do a threshold session. This episode is about threshold work leading into the wild hybrid, or just threshold work in general for fitness racing, running, etc. And I'm going to explain how I like to tackle them leading into such a race. So obviously we've got about 60, 70 days until wild hybrid, but I thought I'd share some of my opinions on threshold work and the best ways to approach it. Just before we start though, look at this little review here. This is my bench, which I'm just having a little sit down on before we start. I've just done around 11-minute warm up getting here. I mean, look at that field there. This is actually where they do the park run, Northwich Park Run around Carey Park. So it's quite a good little circuit. It's quite hilly, but yeah. So basically today I'm going to do around 800 meters, about 90 seconds rest in between. I'm going to look to try and get about 8 rounds in. Whether or not that happens is yet to be seen, but hopefully. I always look at these workouts and think they look so daunting, but 800 meters ain't too bad. We are going to add some hills into it and make sure there are some downhills as well, because linking that with the ultra that is coming up and trying to become this everyday ultimate athlete, aren't we? You know, trying to be good at everything. So yeah, getting some hills in there in this interval work as well. But threshold, when it comes to my fitness sort of racing, wild hybrid, high rocks, I'm going to delve into it a little bit and show you some of the exercises that I do and how I like to work my threshold. So threshold in the gym and threshold running are a little bit different. I mean, we always look at zone 2 work as this umbrella for just running. You have to go out and run to do zone 2, or you have to go and do, you know, on the bike, whatever. Yeah, you want to look at it as time through the week, realistically. So threshold running or threshold in the gym, it doesn't really matter. And what I mean by in the gym is if you're doing weights on an air bike, on a ski erg, if you're at threshold, you're at threshold. Obviously, if you want to be a better threshold runner, then doing the running mechanic is going to make you better at doing the running. But long story short, I like to separate two threshold sessions, one in the gym and one running. So I hope that makes sense. So in the gym, you want to be able to find things which allow your bar rate to settle. So that means like a ski erg or rower will spike your heart rate, you know. It's very difficult to keep your heart rate at a steady pace within threshold. You'll break into VO2 max if you push too hard, and you might dip out of threshold if you slow down a little bit. So the best thing to do is use a treadmill or an air bike, because they're the two which I find consistency across the board with. You can keep your heart rate in that zone easier, okay? So that is your anchor movement. Then you can pair exercises which you're going to do for your fitness race, whether that be dumbbell snatches, lunges, sled push, you know, ball throwovers, whatever it is that you need to do. Add 2 of those exercises, because if it goes a bit into 3 to 4 extra exercises on top of the air bike, then you know you're starting to open up the opportunity for your heart rate to dip. You're transitioning from exercises, etc. Okay, so I like to do 2 exercises, whether that be lunges or wall balls or snatches. Okay, so anchor movement, air bike or treadmill, then the 2 exercises after that. Now, there are many ways to skin a cat doing this. You could then do 4 minutes on the treadmill, 4 minutes on the air bike, and then do more of a continuous work like you would with running. So you could do 4 minutes on the air bike, 200 meters, 20 meters walking lunges, and 25 wall balls, and just keep that cycle going for as long as you can. Now, typically, why this works really well is because if you're doing running, it's very difficult to stay at threshold for a long period of time. So throughout the week, you want to try and accumulate more threshold points. So by doing that, it means spending more time in threshold. So we can do that in various ways, such as, you know, like I just mentioned, in the gym, and then you could do some threshold work outside running as well. So you're getting the best of both worlds. I hope that makes sense. Pop in the questions if you would like to obviously know more about it. But I'm going to stop rambling for now. I'm going to get on this session, and then we're going to revisit this conversation. So let's go.
Interval 1 completed, 3:12. Recover, 1:30.
First lap down, 4:01 pace. Trying to keep within that 5k pace. Now that was probably a little bit slow, but there was a hill. So let's see how we get on next round. Okay, 3:48. 3:48 second. Another solid run, third lap down. I think it was about, I didn't see the split time. I was definitely sub 4 minutes. Up the hill this time, we're just doing the same loop round and round. I'm not sure if my mic was working just then because it was on, but it was in my pocket, so I'm not sure if you heard me, but if you didn't, I'll cut this out. Anyway, I'm just gonna run through my shoes. I'm trialing these shoes out because I need to get them worn in before I do the Ultra in September. So I'm not using any carbons or anything like that. I'm just getting used to the trail shoes going up and down hills. Incredibly grippy, but I'm so used to the Clifton 10s being such a high stack and such good cushioning for my height and stuff. These ones feel like I'm running on bloody cardboard, but yeah, we'll keep going with it and see how we go. But incredibly light shoe, really grippy. 7 seconds, better get to it. Oh, come on, this is where the hill is. Monster. Currently on 4-minute pace. Let's see if we can keep this up. It's a full slog. Okay, that was the. We've got one more lap, and my legs are starting to get tired now. We just did that final lap in 4 minutes, bang on. I think that's probably the slowest one. But coming up that hill, then my legs just started to go dead. So we've got 42 seconds left to rest, and then we will blitz this last 800. Finish nice and strong. Hopefully. I just had food probably about an hour and a half before I came out, so I was starting to feel that a little bit as I was coming up those last 2 hills, but luckily it never resurfaced. So yeah, let's get this last one out of the way. Guys, that's a wrap. What did we do that in? I think it was a good one. I can't see the split time. Pretty sure we did it at around 3:40, 3:45. So strong finish. Overall so far, a solid 9.6k, 47 minutes of work. Can't argue with that. We're going to run back now. Nice little cool down jog. I apologise if the wind has been a bit chaotic and muffling the mic, but yeah, super windy today. I'm not even joking, right? I'm trying to get my breath back. I always do speed work or threshold work when the winds are blowing a gale. Every time. I just try and avoid it. I end up like a parachute in the wind. I'm the guy everyone starts running behind when it gets windy. I don't need the wind. I've got enough to deal with without the wind. Anyway, I'll meet you back at home. Oh, that was a good workout. I feel very strong. After losing a bit of size as well, but body fat, feeling really good. Okay, see you back home. Okay, we're back home and I finished stretching off. Feel really good after that. This is kind of just a bit of like, that was a really good run for me to figure out where I was at. And looking back, I literally remember how I started when I was running, doing 800 meters for 6, struggling to even reach 4 minutes on one of the 800. And now I've just done 800 for 8 reps, all 4 minutes and below. Most of them are around the 350, 345 mark. And there was 100 meters of elevation throughout that as well. So I went up this hill. That was a solid climb of like 16 meters or something, like 4 times, I think, according to Strava anyway. Well, I got a total of 107 meters of elevation gain over the course of that route. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. It felt really good. I finished like with more in the tank, so I could have carried on doing more. Yeah, I'm just happy to be running those times. Like, come such a long way, and it shows that doing runs like that, how far the training does push you. I mean, I actually started running probably back in where it really turned a key for me when I did a race at Tatton Park 10k, and I finished 45 minutes, and I was way off it. I was just way off the mark, you know. I was flagging, I was feeling like crap. So I just thought, this is it, this is the moment now. I'm really gonna start honing in. And you know, I've been on and off, but I've pretty much stuck to doing at least minimum 30 to 40 Ks per week, and or more obviously. consistently over 30k or around 30k though, maybe a few weeks here and there where I've been away on holiday where it's gone below that. So yeah, it does pay off eventually, and you just have to keep pushing and pushing. Nothing happens overnight. So yeah, threshold interval work, definitely getting stronger. So that is a wrap for this episode, guys. In the next episode, coming at you thick and fast now, we are going to run through the Wild Hybrid event itself and see where my strengths and weaknesses are. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.